Welcome back. This is the Form Factory Sports this morning on Channels Television. We're taking a look at everything that is going down in your interesting, exciting, money-spinning, action-packed world of sports. My colleague Emi Adeba and myself will be doing this with you. Let's get on with the show now. We told you transfers. This is the time where players move. If our coaches also move. So let's move with the action. Who is moving this time around? Pepe. Look, Pepe, I think still has a lot to give to Real Madrid, but no, he's going to Besiktas.
You don't even know he's 34 when you see him play. This player I have a lot of respect for. This is the kind of player you want in your national team. Players that will play with injuries, players that will give all, players that hate to lose.
Warrior.
You know, I felt like flogging some members of the Super Eagles who lost to South Africa and were exchanging jerseys. This guy will get a red card in the derby. Those are the kind of players I like to see. He's passionate, you know. And look at the way he played for Portugal at the Confed Cup. And I've been impressed from his days with Porto and 10 years for Real Madrid. It's astounding. And, you know, maybe issues about not being given what he wanted, you know, could be responsible for why he left. But, you know, gave his heart and soul. And some people say that this Brazilian Portuguese is the most dangerous defender in the world. I mean, it will come at you. And when you
some strikers don't want to go close.
When you see him and Sergio Ramos, you know, one commentator said one day, both guys have the screws on their head permanently off. And they have a short fuse. I mean, you go into a game and you're wondering, when is Pepe going to get a red card?
Pepe just has his moments. Remember when he kicked Getafe's Javier Casquero? He also punched Juan Albin in a game in 2009. And just in case you're part of those that are wondering, why should he leave Real Madrid and go to Besiktas? And I ask you, what else should he win? Pepe has won 3 La Liga titles. He has won 2 King Cup trophies and 3 Champions League.
So what else?
3.
Yeah, he has nothing to prove. And those incidents that you said reminded me of the one he had recently with Africa's Mali and Africa's Seydou Keita. They had to separate them. The guy wanted to tear Pepe apart. I don't know what Pepe must have done. Probably could have hit him on the head or something. But that shows the kind of person he is. Also, let's talk about another one. Go straight to heart. Alexander Lacazette. A lot of people have been talking about this move.
This guy has been trending in the last 3 days because of this move to Arsenal. A lot of talking points here, me. Why should you sign somebody that sits on the bench for Olivier Giroud in the French national team? This same Giroud is in Arsenal. You've not given him enough time to play, and you're bringing somebody that looks up to Giroud. A lot of talking points. But you see, these are the sort of talks that shapes someone's career.
Yeah, and this could unsettle the dressing room. I cannot argue that it's a good buy, but if you make Lacazette the highest earner at Arsenal, and you have a situation where Alexis Sanchez wants to leave, how do you keep Alexis? This guy is going to get over £200,000, I believe, per week. Giroud doesn't get that. Mesut Ozil doesn't get that. Sanchez doesn't get that. We hear that Sid Kolasinac, the guy that just bought two, is a heavy earner. So it might disrupt that so-called wage structure that they've been building. Aaron Ramsey will say, I should get somebody. Laurent Koscielny, a lot of clubs are after Laurent Koscielny as we speak.
That's right.
You know, so I don't know what's going to happen. But whether or not, there's no doubt that he's a quality player.
Of course, quality player anytime, any day, and that's why Wenger brought him in. Talks that he would have gone to Atletico Madrid. It's not for the ban that they have on their transfer. I think Lacazette will do well, but another thing Arsenal fans should, hold on to is that at least Wenger is bringing out money now to buy players, because when they signed Ozil for £42.4 million, wow, where did Arsenal get that from? 46.5 now for Lacazette, as tells that Wenger can actually break the bank and bring quality players.
In fairness to Le Prof, the fact is, if he's actually interested in a player, the way he goes about doing business, you know.
Yeah.
But the player they talk about for 1 month is not going to buy.
But that's because people, you see, he didn't meet pressure. He didn't meet competition. If about 2-3 clubs that said, "Oh, we're going for this,"
the moment he sees that, he pulls it
out. That has been the problem. That's what Arsenal fans are saying. And you guys are saying on social media now that with Lacazette coming in, are we going to see more players at Arsenal? Don't ask us, because this deal has put a big dent into the account of Arsenal. Baba will say, "We brought out so much money to bring this guy." So you might not be seeing any more signings.
There's a policy shift at Arsenal right now, and we have to accept that. The club told us, Ivan Gazidis said, get behind the manager, and that's what he said. Look, we could afford to buy any player that we want. We have opened the coffers up to Wenger, so we'll see what happens. All right, so we move on.
Let's move on. Yemi, it's all about the National Sports Federation's elections. We know everything. The timelines, let's just refresh your memory. June the 13th elections were done at the Abuja National Stadium. Presidents emerged. A lot of irregularities also took place. Some elections, you close your eye when you open it, you're not seeing anything again. And then the appeals committee, just after the election, started getting a lot of petitions. And then last week, Friday, they gave their verdict and they said, look, the following federations, you're going to have rerun elections. That election will be done on July the 12th, same venue in Abuja. Athletics, one of the badly hit federations for the elections. About 6 petitions came out of athletics. Taekwondo also. I mean, it was no play. Actually, it was a fight for some of these federations. Yesterday, we had Judge Ashiru, former president of Nigeria Taekwondo Federation, and he gave his views. He made a lot of points. He opened a lot of things that we didn't, understand. Some persons are not saying, he called names. He said this. He said that.
And that's his own side of the story. You must hear mine, too.
We'll balance it. Let's go to our studios in Abuja, where athletes representative Chukwumerije, arguably the face of Taekwondo in Nigeria, has been there, done that. Chukwumerije, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Good morning, Austin. It's good to be on the show.
Fantastic. Chika, a lot of issues coming out of Taekwondo in Nigeria are not good for the development of the sport. I want to understand what is really the problem with Taekwondo in Nigeria.